Oh, hello everyone. How are we? Welcome. Happy World Cup, everyone. Yeah, it started, hasn't it? It's started. It's not been sacked off yet. I mean, we get there is of course still a lot of potential stuff that could maybe go wrong. But so far there is a tournament. There is a tournament at the minute. And we are, well, I've got Bosnia Herzegovina and Canada on my phone, watching that as we go through, which of course we'll need to make sure we keep on top of. We've got a whole stack of packs to get through as well. Remember, of course, subs and primes gets packs. We've almost seen a goal for Canada, apparently. We've just almost seen another goal for Bosnia. I'm probably behind you all, to be honest, given how it works. But that's where we are with that. So we've got loads of packs. I've got loads of swaps. I've got to do a spreadsheet for swaps. So we'll put them in the Discord. Mrs. J has said she's going to do us a spreadsheet for all the swaps. So we'll do a Discord thing for basically like got need, and then we'll just do like sort of, PayPal the postage and that. We'll sort all that out. Anyone who's got swaps they want to do, then feel free to get in touch, get us some swapsies. But basically, what else we need to know, and what's really important, is we've got 10 matches left with Darlington. We're back in the hunt for the playoffs. We're back in the hunt. We're not out of it. We're far from out of it. In fact, some would say we're almost in it. Right, everybody, here we go. This is where we're currently looking, right? Let's have a little nosy at what's what, shall we? So, fixtures-wise, we beat Bournemouth. That was our last match last week. Monday was the last time we streamed, wasn't it? Look at this. We had a couple of poor results. 2 defeats out of 3. But we were just drawing games. We weren't winning them. We were just drawing them. Evening, Alice. How are we, friendo? Pleasure to see you. Hope you're well. Welcome. Alice, of course, they're the host of the WFM show. If you're not following that, then you're an absolute nincompoop. Go and get yourself followed. It's a great piece of content. Fantastic podcast. You need to make sure that's in your lives. And next week's episode is going to be an absolute banger. I'm assured, because I know who the guest was. So I'm not sure if Alice is going to let me tell you who the guest was or whether she would like to tell you herself. But you're going to enjoy it immensely. You stole one of my hosts. You did. And you know what? Like, I approve wholeheartedly of who you picked. And I can't wait to see how we got on in the WFM show. This is where we are. So if anyone's working out, second yellow card, by the way, is on the WFM show next week, which I think is a wonderful guest. I just think that it just works, doesn't it? It just works beautifully, that. So that's going to be a good one. Go and check it out. Sai Maggio was on a couple of weeks ago, wasn't he? So you've had Sai on there, you've had second yellow card on there. I was on as part. I was on as a guest as well, so I've enjoyed being part of that. And we've had the joint quiz as well, so we need to get you lot onto ours as well, and return the favour. So we'll definitely make sure that happens as a matter of urgency as well. So hope you're well, Alice. Pleasure to have you in. This is where we are then, everybody. We're currently 9th, 5 points behind Southend. 34 games played. It's a 46 game season, so 12 games to go. We've only lost 8, drawn 13. That's been the big kicker. But given the fact we're expected to finish near the bottom, this is a huge season. Huge. Only conceded 26 goals, so still the best defence in the league by a country mile. Although we have only scored 35 goals, so that's been a concern. Yeah. We're in a single goal difference advantage. That's not great. But hey, as I say, what was the expectations? The expectations were for us to finish 21st. So the fact that we are currently 19th, that is an overachievement and a half. That is an absolute overachievement and a half. And I don't really think that it can be sort of like spoken about as to just how well we're doing. You know, so that's cool. Very happy about that. Obviously, we just need to kind of try and get some results in. Oh, just head over the top. Try and get some results in. Try and get ourselves towards the end of the season. Hopefully, we can make it into the playoffs. If we don't, then it's a shame. We've just going to miss out. But let's wait and see what happens, shall we? Does that sound fair? Seems fair enough to me, doesn't it? Alice says, just one more host to get as a guest and we'll have collected you all. Honestly, good luck with Alice. Trying to get Aaron to answer his phone. Good luck with that one. We can't even get him to answer his phone. So, you know, let's wait and see if you can do it. Mr. Willow Tiger, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Very, very kind indeed. Welcome to the team. Hope you're good. Thank you for joining us. You join us, of course, in season 11 in the National League. One of these days we'll get to the Football League. I don't know when, but surely the law of averages would suggest we will eventually. But who knows? Who knows? Yeah. So we're up against Curzon Ashton, who've been a bit of a scourge for us over the years. Like, they've always sort of like given us a few beatings. They've got a player we desperately want. We want their goal scorer, Louis Bradbury. Maybe he'll become available at the end of the season. Possibly. Can we try and tempt him? Don't know. It's probably unlikely, but we will still try. We will still try. We are starting to get, as I say, we're starting to get a little bit of a feel now for what the squad's looking like going forward. Hendo's a little bit tired, so maybe we have to replace him possibly with Douglas. Just feel like he's going to be... Is Douglas going to get caught out with his pace? Probably. But he is 6'5", so let's try. Let's hope that's going to work. And let's also move Pert out for Gabby Large. Although Pert is a little bit upset that he's not playing a lot. So, and I feel like we are still trying to crowbar Gabby Large into the team. You'd have thought by now we'd have learned, but we haven't. He feels very much like a number 10, and we don't play with a 10. We will not learn. We will not learn. But here we are then. 12 games to go. Can we push on into the playoffs? As unlikely as it would be, as much of an overachievement as it would possibly be, can we make it happen? You know, and I feel like every other season has been a disappointment for not getting there. This would be like the greatest achievement, I think, of actually being able to get there. And then if we did, like, we'd just be happy to be there, you know? Oh, Hanlon off the bar. All I can hear is the American Office with this, because when Andy Bernard and Dwight Schrute the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon, do. Gonna be a good time, man. There you go. We've started, everyone. How's your week been, by the way? How's everyone's week been? Hope you've had a good week. Hope the weather's been pleasant. It's been a bit off and on here. It's been warm, but then it's also been chucking it down, which hasn't been ideal. In fact, today, here's one of the things today. We had, I went to the gym at lunchtime and had a lovely time. Thank you very much. Came out, bright sunshine, then cloudburst, chucking it down with rain. I was like, this is not what I wanted. It's not ideal, that, is it? So Gabby Large just watching for the ball from Tilsley. Large keeps it in. Walker Smith. West Allen. Walker Smith. Gabby Large. West Allen. Dave Stead. Goes from distance. Pickford tips it over. But not for a corner, apparently. So, shame that. Would have been good, but no, not today. we're also should say as well, we're also in the middle of with 2 meals in. We're doing World Cup food for the kids because eldest Jameson wants to watch the World Cup. So I'm like, right, you can watch a little bit, right? He's watched the first half of the Mexico game last night. He's watched the first half of the Canada game tonight because obviously his bedtime's 7:30. So it's like, well, see if he can stay up till 9. Because he is in a bit of a funk at the minute where he's trying to stay awake for as long as he can, which is really annoying. So we said, right, look, you can stay up a bit, watch the football, watch the first half, right? But we also said that we'll make them World Cup food, so we'll cook them a meal from each country. We get to decide what that's going to be. They can then draw the flag, they can draw the shirt. Eldest Jameson's also asked who the star players are. So on his shirt, he's got a star player, he's got a squad number, and he's colouring it in. Brilliant, really cool. Last night, because it was Mexico, we had Mexican food. So we had fajitas and tacos, which we eat anyway. But that was quite cool that they had that last night. And youngest Jameson has now announced he likes steak. So that's his new thing now. He's like, I like a bit of steak. I was like, great. So we had steak tacos last night. Tonight for last night's South Korea, well, in the morning, I suppose. South Korea, we had Korean barbecue pork fillet, bit of rice, bit of broccoli. We had some tokimeki, which are quite nice, little blueberry flavoured tokimeki. So that was good. And then tomorrow, because of course tonight is Canada, we're gonna have pancakes with bacon and maple syrup for breakfast. And I believe, what else have we got tomorrow? Moroccan tagine for lunch, for tea. And then obviously Sunday's Scotland, so we're having square sausage, tatty scones, morning rolls, brown sauce, iron brew for breakfast. And then we're having Balmoral chicken for tea, because the kids, believe it or not, the kids love haggis. They love haggis, so we're going to get them some haggis on Sunday. And fingers crossed that will be to celebrate a victory in the early hours of Sunday morning. So fingers crossed. Who knows what's going to happen. Thought TJ was wearing an England shirt for a minute. Oh, no, Tuny. Don't worry. Nothing. No chance of that. No chance of that. It's to be fair, I don't really know if it's much better than given the fact that I'm wearing an America shirt. I'm not really sure, but it's just as contentious, I suppose. Really? Here we are. Haggis is great. Haggis is the best, isn't it, Alice? Absolutely is. So yeah, so we're doing a bit of haggis for the kids. For those who are unfamiliar, by the way, this is one of the is it the 2002? I think it's the 2002 USA shirt from the South Korea and Japan World Cup. Oh, it's over the top. Go on, Tomlinson. Oh, good save. Is Bosnia on the way forward, is it? Bond with a cross in. No one's there. Winter. Briscoe. Oh, Paddy Bond. Go on. Get up there. What a goal that is. I'll have a bit of that. Thank you very much. Wonderful goal. Wonderful goal. Benny, appreciate you. Appreciate the resub, my friend. I'll get you on a little pack there. Proof you don't think all Americans are boring. Exactly. Do you know what? As if, like, what we need to do, we need to get TikTok around here now. Come on, TikTok. What do you think? Yeah? Would I have said all Americans are boring if I didn't own this shirt? I mean, yeah. Not all of some, granted, not all, but some. Yeah. But yeah, hope you're well, Benny. Appreciate you, my friend. Like I say, we'll open this after the this game is finished. Get the ball away. It's a penalty. It's a fucking penalty in the last minute. Honestly, with like us and Curzon, like Curzon curse us. If M Show Network has an awesome American, you absolutely do. You absolutely do. And they are brilliant. Of course, Bradbury scored. We need to sign him. We need to sign him. He keeps scoring against us. Can't believe that. That is just unbelievable. Absolute typical Darlow fortune. Oh. Ade over the top. Anke's class. Anke's awesome. Massive fan of their work. 1-1 draw. We're only 3 points behind Southend, so oh great. I tried to tell them that they did well, and they're like, no, we haven't. We've done awful. Great, okay, let's give me one of those, is it? Sorry, I've got a massive itchy pollen nose. Right. Itchy pollen nose? What I mean is there's lots of pollen around at the minute. Come on then, Benny, let's see what we got. Let's get this pack ripped, shall we? Okay. So, World Cup stickers are a go. We have Mikhail Sadalec of Czechia. Another digital card. Oh. Lionel Mpasi, who I believe is from the from Democratic Republic of Congo, is it? Gonzalo Palata of Ecuador. Saudi Arabia team again, which I believe we've already got. I think that's a swap, I think. Ryan Thomas of New Zealand. Look at that mustache. Quite a wonderful mustache, to be honest. Ecuador bias returns. It does. Check this out, though. I'm happy here. Fucking Mbaps. Kylian Mbappe. Now we're talking. Look at that. That's not too shabby, is it? We'll have a little bit of Kylian Mbappe, right? That is a pull. Okay? Eldest Jameson will be over the moon with that, right? So Mbappe is in the house. And then we also got Lovrio Majer of Croatia. So pretty good, that, Benny. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah? Mbappe. Yeah. It's not bad at all. David Clark, how's it going? I got Declan Rice in your pack today. We've got a swap of Declan Rice. We've got a swap of Harry Kane as well, actually. I've got 2 Harry Kanes. Declan Rice is a good pull, though. David, hope you're good, my friend. Our distinctive brand of Jameson ball has done well. Oh, hang on. Sam Alker. Oh, he's now out of contract next year, so that's no good for us, is it? Decided to start collecting $7.50 on 42 stickers and $4.99 for the book. The actual book itself is supposed to be free, but the stickers, of course, that's where they get you. Yeah, $1.25 a pack, which is not too bad, to be honest. I mean, it's a lot more than what it used to be. It used to be 10 pence a pack, you know. Benny says Argentina's second division is just wild, by the way. So much fun. Definitely recommend. I mean, we did the Argentina second division, didn't we? And it's wild is definitely a word. That is definitely a word we would use for it. Your work started doing the stickers. Nice. So sometimes, David, if it's there and it's right in front of you, then I guess you're gonna have to, isn't it? So, you know. Chili Dog, do I prefer FM24 or FM26? Both the same, to be honest. Like, I've played FM26 for 6 months now, so I'm used to it. Yeah, if I was that bothered, I'd have stuck with FM24. Chaser started a non-European journeyman. First club I got was Indonesia. I fucking love Indonesia. Indonesia is the best. Had to either that or waste £60 on a Barcode FC tops a lot of stickers. Yeah, that shirt is dreadful, isn't it? It is awful. And also, if you were going to get it for 60 quid, presumably you only wear child sizes. But yeah, it is an absolute shocker of a shirt. Started to enjoy FM26 lately, says Alice. It's fine, isn't it? It's fine. I think, as with everything, it's all about your save. Do you know what I mean? Like, are you having fun in your save? Yeah. Fair play. I just couldn't get myself going on 26, went back to FM24. Fine. Not a problem. Not a problem. £60 for your daughter, £80 for you. Yeah, it's shocking, isn't it? Absolutely shocking. Yeah, but no, good. If you're enjoying 24, good. If you're enjoying 26, good. No, I think football top prices are ridiculous. I bought the Scotland one for the World Cup, and even then I was like, 75 quid is a lot of money. I'm just like, this is a lot of money. You know what I mean? But and I will end up paying the same for the Sunderland top when it comes back out. But yeah, mad in it. At least with the Newcastle shirt, it'll be easy to get a refund at any till point. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Obviously, you know, when you problem is that when they walk in and they try and scan it, it goes through as discounted bread. So never mind. They were 30 quid back in the day. They were. But then again, relative wages, of course, they would have been expensive even back then. But yeah, they were certainly a lot cheaper. And some would say the shirts were better back then as well, and they were, you know. When I was a kid, they didn't even have football shirts. You know what I mean? We hadn't even invented football or shirts or outside. We still lived in caves. Italian shirts are the best. Absolutely, David. Absolutely. And the price of them now, you have to sell at least 3 family members to get an Italian shirt these days. One of the old ones. Oh, good bit of defending there. Goal! Goal Canada! Goal Canada! Who's that? Jonathan David, is it? No. Lazia? Ryan Reynolds seems very happy. Laren. Sorry, you know what? I've got like a. If I say this out loud, it's going to make it sound like I need to do a hospital. I don't. I've got like a little bit of a floater across my eye right now. He's on side as well, isn't he? Evening Oxlow, how are you, buddy? Oh, good finish. Good finish. Yeah, and I've just got like a little something just like crossing across my eye, which means I can't really. Yeah. I'm gonna stop talking because it does make it sound like I shouldn't really be here. Vision comes back, right? Of course it does. Good block, I think. Oh no, it's a goal. Never mind. Oh, great. Cornelius has been decent, has he? It was good. A good first half, I thought. Are they busy reviewing us whether that's a goal or not? It's a tap in. Where are Newport? They're going to be near the bottom, aren't they? Oh no, they're fifth. Okay, that's fine. We can lose to these guys. Mm. Mm. I mean, a goal down against Newport. It's not the worst, but we do need something. Sacrifice Stead. Let's try that. Oh, Edwards has gone round. Oh, great. 2-0 defeat. Excellent. Good goal by Canada. Now is that 2-1 Canada, is it? Or is it or 1-all? Oh, you just seen there goal. Alright, cool. Yeah, I mean we're 2-0 down here against Newport. That's not gonna be great for our playoff hopes, to be honest. But I think this is probably where we're gonna be, isn't it? It's about 20 minutes to go. Get one back, then we've got something to go for, but 2 shots is not gonna be it's not enough. Yeah, disappointing this, I think. Southend look like they're winning as well, so that means they're going to be moving ahead of us. Or Southend have already won, sorry. Yeah, 5 points again, the difference. Maybe a bit too much now. Um, let's pop him on the shortlist, shall we? Yeah, fans are less than happy with our signing of O'Hanlon, which is fine, and we could do with another left back. But we haven't got any. There's no one decent showing up as a left back, unless there's any here. Dan Bland, one of Harrogate. Actually. Let's see. Tackling 6 to 9. Not sure. Do we go back? Do we go back for Okachukwu? Do you know what? It's good. In the words of Embrace, come back to what you know. Where's Critchlow? That's a good question actually. Where did he end up going? Because he did leave. Katie Critchlow went to Horsham, and would apparently be a terrific signing. Embrace new album day today. Speaking of which, is it? Ooh. I didn't realise that was today. Be a terrific signing if the board hate him. Yeah, it'd be class, wouldn't it? Certainly put a cat amongst the pigeons a little bit, wouldn't it? Be like, why is he here? Finn Roberts, shortlist you. I need to go and... Could be have to put Danny's quality vocals on. It could be. If we go back for Okachukwu though, then we'll see what happens there. Ronabar, am I the only one who elected to not watch the World Cup? The Americans and FIFA have ruined the sport utter woke nonsense, as we say. Well, do you know what, Gronabar? A very, very interesting point. I boycotted the Qatar World Cup, and I've been on the fence with this one. I'm aware I'm wearing an America shirt as well, so it's like, and a lot of it is shit with the current World Cup. You know, fans not being allowed to get there, referee being turned away, all the rubbish with ice. Although Canada have stopped Thomas Partey going across, which is good, you know. the hydration breaks are nonsense. It's all just crap. But I feel as though it's just the culmination of what football is now. That's the problem. It's as bad as it's ever been. I stopped watching the. I didn't watch the Qatar one because of loads of reasons. To do with their not just human rights, because again America's human rights aren't much better, to be honest. But the whole LGBTQ plus situation, again, very similar to the States, but obviously, but worse, in the fact it's illegal, and all players, bowing down and going, oh, well, we're not going to say anything because, it's like, it's their culture and that, which felt a bit shit. But yeah, this again, it's all just crap. Football needs to implode. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it needs to just implode. But then reading about the previous World Cups, and every World Cup's had its dramas and its nonsenses. Okachuk was rejected the chance to come to us. What I'd like the idea. I'd like America to get knocked out. Would be quite good. I'd like Canada and Mexico to go further in the tournament. And a lot of it is Trump's fault, Trump and Infantino's fault. Everything's for sale in football. Everything's for sale. What I've found interesting is that there's been no build-up at all for the World Cup. It's just turned up and it's like, oh yeah, this is it. Like, weren't like I think France were like sort of still in Paris last week, or on Monday or something. They only just flew out. It should have just been hosted by Mexico. If it had been, it would be amazing. Yeah, agreed. Or Canada, and get them to do it, But the fact that you've now got multiple nations hosting tournaments now, it makes a mockery of it. And I know you've got 42 nations hosting the next World Cup, and 13 nations hosting the Euros. It's just a bit silly. Yeah. Like JM, I like a World Cup. I love a World Cup. I was very upset to not watch a World Cup the last time. And I've got two young kids now. One who's desperate to watch the World Cup because he's getting into football now, so I'm having to watch it for him. Yeah, it's the game. The game went years ago. That's the problem. The game went years ago. The game went when it was USA '94. There wasn't even a professional league there, and they took football over there for a World Cup. So game's been gone a long time. The game that we knew and loved as kids, we didn't understand what was going on. We didn't realize that it was played by a bunch of alcoholics. We didn't know that. But then you look at the players from our generation as well. The vast majority of which awful human beings. And now of course you get into modern footballers, and guess what? They're all awful human beings. Of course they are. Don't mind the multiple nation stuff, just not bullshit nations like the US, the 2031. It's not set in stone. The bullshit of breaks and all that should want to be amazing. Yeah, but I mean, they've put the breaks in obviously as a under the guise of player welfare. And it's like, but it's not though, is it? It's really it's because advertisers don't like football because it's 45 minutes without an ad break. Do you know what I mean? So what's the way of getting an ad break in? Have a hydration break. Yeah, we all know that. So to angle it as if it's for player welfare is not true. And for people to think that we believe that as well is ridiculous. Um, the game that you watch on TV is not the game you play on a Sunday. It's two different things. It's like CrossFit in your gym and the CrossFit games. They're two different things. Yeah. Also, next season we have a full month of international football again, not long after the World Cup. Yeah, and do you know what? I don't like international football, but I like a World Cup. I like an international tournament, but I hate international football. I find all of the bits in the league is boring and gets in the way because I'm club over country. But I will of course enjoy at the end of the tournament when England haven't won and been knocked out. I'll enjoy that again. That'll be fun. But yeah, until then, let's just see what happens. Yeah, the bit that I hate is when the league season starts. And then like 2 games in, they're like, "Oh, it's time for an international break." You're like, "Are you kidding? This is ridiculous." The Nations League is the whole month of October. I mean, what is the point? The Nations League is a stupid idea, isn't it? Oh, actually, no, they're changing it, aren't they? So that England don't play against like Lapland or something. And England might actually have to play someone and then they'll lose games. So they can't stat pad. The type of stuff I'd do if I were a Musk type of wealthy, I'd set up a network of TV channels with no breaks. I'd pay the amount fee for a new UEFA ask for it and just do it ad-free, no sponsors, just football. I bet if you were Musk level, you wouldn't though, because you'd put the ads in to make more money. That's the problem. Like, these billionaires are billionaires because of they know how to eke out a few extra quid. Change it to the Swiss model. I think so, Matt. Yeah, I think I read or something about that, but I don't know for definite. Someone more learned might be able to fill us in on that, but I had heard that. Southend beating Dartford. Oh no, that's Scunthorpe, isn't it? Southend beating Oldham. Right, game over there. Evening A15, welcome in. Hope you're well. I've copy and pasted the Champions League model somehow. But still remains useless. It's for qualification since every nation in the world but Italy qualifies for the tournaments anyway. Not every nation though, is it? Surely. I mean, Greenland aren't there. Sweden aren't there. Denmark. Oh, no, Sweden aren't there. Denmark aren't there. Italy have done well and boycotted all of the dreadful World Cups. They boycotted Russia. They boycotted Qatar. They boycotted America. Scotland almost boycotted America, but then we won our group. So, all this nonsense about, a bigger World Cup has allowed Scotland in. We won our group. Yeah. Do I believe you've been doing bacon? I do believe you've been doing bacon, A15. I do believe that. What have you been baking? You made something nice. Evening, Llama. How are you, sir? Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, what a gentleman. Getting Llama in the chat's a wonderful thing, isn't it? How are you, buddy? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful time. Have you enjoyed the first couple of World Cup games? Llama, have you watched them? How are Darlo? Darlo's all right. Darlo's all right. We are... You might have missed it at the start of the stream when we were just giving a bit of context as to where we are. So we're currently 9th, okay? What's that? 7 points away from Southend in the playoff mix. But, but, look at this. We were expected. In fact, we at one point we were 21st tonight. We're actually expected to finish lower now. That's where we're expected to be. Right down at the bottom. So we are massively punching above our weight. Yeah. This season has been nothing short spectacular. So Curacao turned up in a school bus in the hotel. Yes. Yeah, that was cool. We believe, TJ. Thank you, Alice. I appreciate that. We also tried to sign Okachukwu back again, but he's not fancying it, unfortunately. Saw the Mexico game, just saw Canada. There's always something on to like at a World Cup. Middle Llama spend it opening stickers. Oh, look at that. This is my swaps, Llama. That's my swapsies. And this is what we've still got left. Did we get Gabby back? We did. And like a square peg in a round hole, Gabby is back in the at Black Meadows, and I mean, he's not really setting the world alight, but I mean, hey, what can we do? What can we do? Yeah, we've brought him in. Because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Okachukwu unfortunately wouldn't come back in. He would rather stay at Bolton. We have got another fullback here, Daniel Bland, who can't really tackle. He can't really head because he's 5'5", sorry. But decent teamwork, decent determination, brave, very quick, gets forward. Formerly of Harrogate. Relishes big matches, could potentially be League One standard, apparently. I mean, let's see what sort of money they're asking after him, because O'Hanlon's not been brilliant, I must admit. Another example of FIFA fucking everything up. They served their contract with Panini to sign with Fanatics. Yeah. And again, I mean, you know, all the tops things as well. So there's, look, as we've said, everything is for sale in football. Everything is for sale in football. We know that. That's the problem. You know, literally everything. Evening, El Diego. How are you, buddy? Hope you're well there, my friend. For me, the World Cup lasted 25 minutes. After that first was a break, it was over. All right. Well, look, you know, if that's the you know, if that's what's taking you out of this World Cup, I understand that. I understand, but I hope as well, like me, you stood firm at the Qatar one and didn't watch it, because I didn't watch a single minute of that one. Not a thing. In fact, do you know what? This was only last week. Was it last week? Might have been last week. It was only last week I even realised what the final score was. I knew that Argentina won it, but I didn't realise what the situation was. And that was when we watched some of the iconic World Cup matches on BBC iPlayer, and Eldest Jameson was like, "Oh, this is the final." I'm like, "Is it?" I didn't know. So we watched it, and I was like, "All right, okay, fine." Didn't realise that was a thing. Even Chris, how are we, buddy? Seen the FIFA announced mandatory relegation release clause in contracts. I have seen that, and I don't really think it makes a difference, does it? I think it's another thing for people to get angry about, because surely all you need to do is just put the release clause at like £1 billion. I suspect I suspect it's come off the back of Atletico Madrid refusing to sell Alvarez to Real Madrid. So then Real Madrid went, well, we should be able to sign him because we're Real Madrid and we should be able to have everybody. But in Spain they have release clauses, so I don't see where the problem is. It's gonna be like La Liga, yeah, probably, yeah. Put big release clauses in, then you'll never leave. Yeah, I don't really see the problem with that one. You know, it makes players honour their contracts because let's face it, players don't. They just go, right, I'll sign a contract and then I'll just leave because I don't like it anymore. So it'll stop a bit of that. Unless I'm getting the wrong end of the stick here, which is entirely plausible, of course. It comes from Lazana Diarra's Russian business. If you can declare that, it won't change anything. For example, in France, it's illegal for clauses like those to exist, so it won't be possible for France. Interesting. Real had 50 stake if wanted something. Or Real had 50. What? Real had 50 something at stake if they wanted to do something. I don't understand what that means. At the end of the day, players will still leave. Players will still move, right? It won't mean that they'll move for any more money either, or they'll have 50% stake to buy back. But again, that's common practice in a lot of transfer negotiations now, isn't it? You know, all since you got your yeah, they're protecting their investments, aren't they? Because it's like, well, we'll sell him now, and in the event, in the when the possibility he becomes good, we'll buy him back. We're not paying 100 million quid for him. We'll pay 18 million. You know, that's been happening for years. I think that Victor Munoz is wanted by Sunderland, isn't he? Or he's linked with Sunderland, I think. Evening, Adam. How are you, buddy? You know, and you'll see more deals like this as like, you know, what's it called? Is it SCR? Is it squad? Is it SCR rather than PSR now? Yeah, with all that stuff is going to be yeah, you'll see more of that going forward. He's turned us down for you. Oh well, if that's happened, that's happened. But I was just suggesting we're not in for him. I don't know. I'm good. Excited to finally see Scotland in the World Cup for the first time. I know. It's going to be fun, isn't it? I mean, it's not the first time I've seen Scotland in the World Cup, but it will be the first time in a long time. 28 years. Long time. So I'm very, very looking forward to it. Very much looking forward to it. Evening, Baldries. How are you? Appreciate the follow. Very kind. That's what we've seen on Twitter. Am I watching it? How am I doing? No. Well, we won't watch it because the boys want to see it. So I can't parent after watching football at 2 a.m. So what we'll do is we'll get up and we'll watch it in the morning, and the kids will say fuck. The kids will see the game. So yeah, we'll see what happens. It'll be the first time that I don't want Isidore to score. I mean, this is a dreadful goal to concede. Look at that. It doesn't engage at all. Ablett just pushes out of it. If fantasy teams needs bed don't to start. I haven't done a fantasy team. I haven't done a fantasy team for years for anything. I just have no interest in it. I lose interest very quickly. Um, and I hate the fact as well that it's like everyone has to have the same players. Makes it boring. Even Tim Howard, buddy, have we missed out on promotion yet? Almost. But we've shown everyone where we're expected to finish, and the league projections are for us to finish 22nd. So we're doing much better than expected. Much better. What's going on about right now? Trying to change labour laws in France. Okay. Look, I mean, the Bosman ruling changed, and that's was the thing about employment law. But football is the thing, right? Football exists outside of general law until it suits football, and then it goes, well, actually, football's different, and this is the problem in it. Like it, no business would be allowed to run at such losses, but it's football, so that's what happens in football. And if players like under criminal proceedings, then most employers would probably be like, you know what, yeah, you probably shouldn't come to work. But then football's like, but we really need you, because you're worth quite a lot to us here. So there's loads of ways that it's different. Let's face it, I'm sure it'll just happen. It'll just happen. Oh, Gabby Large has been sent off. Great. So yeah, it looks like we might probably just miss out on the playoffs again. Yeah, we're now 10 points behind Curzon. I think it's over. I think it's over, everyone. Good save. I know, Alice. I know. We tried. I mean, mathematically, it's still on. It's still possible, but it's well, we're down at 10 men now against Dartford. That's going to make it tough, isn't it? So I'm looking forward to another summer of recruitment. Oh, shocking, shocking. Evening, Dave Goodger. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Welcome in. Um, yeah, 10 points. 10 points is probably too much, isn't it? Hmm. Especially with Dartford at 23rd. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, I think we've thrown the towel in already. I didn't even realise we had a towel. Goalkeeper change. We haven't got another goalkeeper. And we've still got the best defence in the league, so it's not the goalkeeper's fault. It's the manager's fault. Have I tried the World Cup mode? No. No. I think I switched it on for like half an hour and I was like, eh. And that was where I was. I was just like, ah, oh, never mind. Right. I mean, Peter Howard, 16 for jumping reach. 14 for finishing, 12 for heading. I mean, maybe we just try and bring him in. Don't know if he will or not, though, but only 2 out of 10 goalkeeping won't fix your issues. What? Oh no! The goalkeeper's not going to fix my issues. There's much more problems than just the goalkeeper. You know, my left back's crap. My centre halves are knackered. Everyone's running on empty. My midfield isn't brilliant, and we're not scoring goals. So, apart from that, I think it is fair to blame the goalkeeper. Yeah, definitely blame the goalkeeper. Looking at all those other issues which are at play. I mean, let's have a quick look here. So that's 31 goals conceded. Yeah, still the best defense in the Premier League in the division. Yeah, Bath City have conceded 32 and Scunthorpe have conceded 35. So, all right. So we've still got the best defence. Yeah. Salford, their goalkeepers conceded 107. If you had a good goalkeeper, those issues wouldn't matter as you wouldn't concede. What are you on about? Just having a good goalkeeper would just mean that he'd have more work to do because they still have bad players in every other position. And he's clearly good enough because he's not really conceding goals. I don't get where you're coming from, Granibar. You know, you could put Buffon, you know, behind the worst defense ever. He'd still concede goals. He'd still concede goals because the defense would be bad. Like the defense being bad would create so many more chances and so much more work for Buffon that he would let goals in. This is why like good goalkeepers in front of good defenses are kind of like, dare I say it, their stats are misleading. You know, everyone looks good in a good team. Yeah. I'll remind you of Massimo Taibi. Just sign Mannion, Dembele, and Vitinha, you'll be fine. It's not rocket science. That is true. Yeah. Yeah. It's the PSG mentality, isn't it? Just buy everybody. Why not? It's what Darlington are missing, isn't it? Courtois will be busy with Canate in front of him next season. Yeah, Dembele is off to Sunderland anyway, so we'll enjoy him when he comes there. Games gone when Madrid are paying Canate 400 grand a week. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, to be fair, you're still paying Van Dijk 350. It's still ridiculous, isn't it? As I say, game went years ago. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. Every generation says the game's gone. Yeah. I remember when I don't remember, but reading about Sunderland being the Bank of England club back before the war. And then the war broke out. Game gone. Game gone. Ruined it for everybody. We were bankrolling ourselves away there. Premier League sold football out. Agreed. I mean, wasn't really doing anything different than what Italy was doing at the time, but yeah, it's all a bit rubbish, isn't it? Does anyone remember when the game went? That's the question. And where it went? Oh, it went years and years and years ago. It went before PSG were even invented. That's probably the reality. Evening, Boscaloff. How are we? Should have stayed with Division 1, 2, and 3. Absolutely. Agreed. I remember being outraged when John Barnes wanted £6,000 a week. Yeah. When Trevor Francis went for £1 million. Like, what the hell? You know? Premier League and Bosman ruling were the dying moments. Oh no, they weren't the dying moment. That was the start of the death. state ownership is the death of it all. You know, when you've got countries owning football clubs, that's pretty bad. Yeah, you know, on Tomlinson, head back up. Who's there? Nobody apparently. Deflected and in. Get in. At least we saved a bit of what remained alive 2 weeks ago by not letting Arsenal terrorists win. I mean, look, I'm sorry, Granibar, but I don't think that PSG winning is a victory for the underdog. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's not a thing. Like, you're owned by a state. Like, you know, it's not. You've not quite been the the beautiful football story that you'd like to think you are. You know, yes, Arsenal have played some shit football over the years, but I mean, yeah, they've just worked out how to win games. Yeah. Football evolves. I agree that Saudi PIF, Qatar, US hedge funds ownership is probably bad. I would say definitely bad. Boscovich, Bolaskov, I'd say definitely not probably. Um, that's the thing is though, Chaser, Dan's got a vested interest in this being an Arsenal fan. Oh no, what? I don't see the problem. I mean, yes, Arsenal are boring, but you know, I do agree. You know, they took more shots during a penalty shootout than the match, but I don't necessarily think that they're football terrorists because that's a very modern take, isn't it? Kroenke is at least a sports owner rather than a state. Yeah, I mean, again, I mean the Arsenal do play at the Emirates, so I think we should move on, shouldn't it? Yeah. Oh, it's just the was the internet description, isn't it, Dan? That's what it is. You know, everyone would like to play free flowing football and win, but it doesn't work. You know, so if you score by set pieces, statistically more teams score by set pieces and get more points. Brilliant, do it. It's fine. You know, you've worked out the way of you worked out a way of winning. That's what needs to be happening. You know, I don't necessarily think it's certainly no more dull than when Mourinho used to do it, and I used to love watching Mourinho's teams. You know, don't lose. No, don't concede, then you don't lose. It used to always be 1-0 to the Arsenal. It was never free flow. It was never free flowing football at the Arsenal. It was Wenger who changed that. Naming rights to recover a proportion of the cost moving out of the library. Don't particularly think it's too bad. It depends upon who those naming rights are sold to, right? And sleeve sponsors. Visit Rwanda, Israel, Emirates Airlines. It's, it's not. It's not great. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not a. Not a morally. Um, the moral compass is certainly swinging one way, isn't it? It's not local business, is it? Mm. Yeah, oh, I agree, Dan. I agree. You know, End of the day, if you had played, as you say, if you'd have played the other way and lost, then people would have complained as well. So why not play at the Select Car Leasing Stadium? Emirates is a nicer name than that. I don't know. I'd go for the Select Car Leasing. Hmm. 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 But I think we can all agree that football is a bit rubbish. And tonight we've managed to suck all the fun out of it. Brand naming is horrendous no matter which name it is. True, true. How are PSG getting on with those Michael Jordan kits? Football is great, but people make it shit. Strong argument. Strong argument. Mm. Football fans have ruined it. Eric the Red, in on the Prime. An idea when you click on a player's profile, it doesn't show instantly, like there's a delay. Same thing's happening it's never used to. I don't know. Click on a player's profile. That works. I don't know. I don't really know. What I do know, though, Eric, is you've got yourself some stickers by resubbing, so thank you very much for that. Very kind indeed. Let's see what we can do. We've already pulled Mbappe tonight, so let's see what we've got, shall we? We've got Keito Nakamura, which isn't too bad. Leverton Pierre. Jordan Ayew. It's a bit of an old school one, that one, isn't it? Almost. We got the Ghana team. That's decent. I'm happy with that. Ghana team's good. Wesley of Brazil. Eric Davis. And I think this is a swap, actually. Possibly Mickey van der Ven. So that's not a bad pack. There you go, Eric. That's yours. Thank you for resubbing. Very kind indeed. Appreciate the support. Bovclaw Ball Scoff says, I watched 3 games live in 24 hours. I can't complain about football. That's it, innit? Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of football on the telly now. So for those people who want to watch football, there's lots of football there. So get your footballing fix. Kenzie Cragen. High flare. Do we try that? Do we try someone with high flare? I mean, why not? Rougeau, no worries, Rougeau. You certainly don't have to make any apologies at all. Only 101 games left. We're pretty much on the home stretch now of the tournament. Yeah, that looks like a issue. Yeah, that one's broke. Bryn Holland, that looks like that's broken. That's good. Joe Bevan's retiring. Martin Clark. We're probably not going to get him. Samuel Chestworth. Probably not good enough. Jay McKenzie. Unambitious. Attempts overhead kicks. Good. What about Grimsby? We've had him before, haven't we? Jesse Strange. Doesn't want to come. Saturday night's crazy. 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Yeah, I can't be doing that. That's too many o'clocks. You know what I mean? Tilsley's rejected the move to Boston. That's good. Actually, can we? Old team meeting, right? Let's make sure our heads don't drop. Three-minute water breaks is what becomes danger for falling asleep. It could be. It could be that. Could be the thing, isn't it? Yeah. But thankfully, having watched it this afternoon, or this evening, sorry, they decided to play loads of music and just keep everyone hyped up. So it was like, all right, that'll be it. That's what's going to keep us vibing. So you get 3 naps per game, like you do, and which is a worry though for the advertisers because they wanted 3 chances to sell to you. The last thing they want is you falling asleep. Bullfinch Wambars. What a name. What a name. Welcome in. Appreciate the follow there. Hope you're good. Still really do with sort of boss the midfield. We've only got, what, a couple of days left of the transfer window? If we can get someone on loan, I'll be very, very happy. Yeah, happy ITV haven't sold the advertising time yet. Yeah. I'm delighted that, however, that it took them 3 minutes to start mentioning England's chances in the World Cup. That was good. Really, really happy to hear about that. You know. But again, I understand. I understand. You know. Most of their viewers, of course, will be England fans, but still, they could be sensitive to not everybody who's watching it cares about England. BBC were focused on Scotland tonight. Good. Good. It should be. We're in the World Cup as well. It's not just an England tournament. Gudger doesn't care about England. Look, as I say, I understand, right? There's a lot more. There's a lot more English than there is Scots. I understand that. I much prefer watching pretty much any other game than England, and that's coming from a West Ham fan. Yeah. Oh, penalty up the Cape Verde. Curacao for the win. Russell Day saved by Klug. Go on. Where I haven't in the league. We haven't got a clue. Stokes Tilsley! What a strike. What a hit. Lovely little knock. Tilsley, top corner. That'll do. 122nd. We're 10th. So 8 points behind Southend now. Who are currently drawing with Boreham Wood, so. Remember as well, our wage budget got halved from last season. Good cross in. Tilsley. Oh. Ref cam is mental. Very surreal to see replays from that angle. Yeah, it feels like that. There was a Nike commercial years ago. It was the Total 91, I think. Feels like that. Ref cam was good fun during the Club World Cup. I look forward to more of it. Yes, Hank. Now we're talking. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're well. Happy World Cup to you. Hope you're good. Pleasure having you in. Of course, Hank, another of the host of the WFM show. Pulling an all-nighter for the US kickoff. Are you a fan? Do you appreciate the jersey? The jersey they call it? Yeah? I'm not pulling an all-nighter for Scotland tomorrow, but going to get up early with the boys to have a watch of it there on Sunday morning. Yeah, the 2002 one. Austria. Oh, this shirt, Rouge. Oh, no. Unfortunately, this is a. Unfortunately, it's a USA. Trying to figure out what year. Dig the logo. Yeah, it was the 2002 one. So it's the Nike template where you have um the bits down the side. Like that. And then I know, well, unfortunately, because of obviously all the connotation of where we currently are, with you know, his orangeness. And you know what? No, sorry, no. I'm gonna check my language. Addressing Trump's orangeness is not the issue. Addressing Trump as himself is the issue. Yeah, hate the Nike shirts that much. Hate that there will be Brighton's manufacturer forever. I hate the templates. That's the problem. Like, this was a good template, and like now Nike's templates are just really, really. There's It's almost like they just have like teamwear. Tilsley, get in. But the Nike goalkeeper kits though for the World Cup. Oh my word, they are superb. In fact, I sent a message into the podcast WhatsApp group. Anyone who's looking at getting, and I believe Ank, you might be interested here. The USA goalkeeper shirt from this World Cup is £40 at the minute in End Clothing. Let me get the link for you. The Nigeria one's in there as well, and the South Korea one, I want to say, but unfortunately the France one isn't, and that's the best one. And they're also not in my size, so I can't buy them. Where are they? Yeah, let me pull this up. So, yeah, 48 English pounds gets you this, Ank. You don't own a men's national team shirt. All of mine are women's shirts with the stars, as they should be. As they should be, Ank. Absolutely should. With a team like that, you should 100% be honouring them. It's an awful shirt. What are you on about? It's incredible. I'm a big fan of that. I mean, hang on. Check out the. Right. Look at this though. This is the one, right? Okay. Okay. Look at the France one. These are all incredible. Like, they're just like, that is like a thing of beauty. I mean, I'd never be able to wear it. I'd never be able to wear it. But it's just, there's something about like the mix of the colors. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a vibe. It's very shouty. It's very, very shouty. But yeah, the back's killed it. See, the back's what I like about it. Actually, I like the front as well, to be honest. Bronze, copper, patina color scheme the France has on that kit and their away kit in general. Yeah, it's not going to be a country, but it doesn't have to, does it? It's just a football shirt. Like, not everything has to do with something. I mean, your away kit is the color of the Empire State Building. I know, Mr. Eiffel Tower designed the Empire State Building as well, but still, have you hit your head? I've been out in the sun. Looks like looks the design that Georgie Campos threw out. Oh, yeah. Okay, they're a bit out there. Oh, the beats the Mexico shirt. The green one. The green one's mint. Yeah, I did have a bit of vision issue earlier on the stream, but apart from that, it's fine. It's totally fine. Like vision comes back, right? I mean, I might have slightly vested interest in it, but I think the Scotland kit's pretty good as well. Have you seen the Scotland advert? The Adidas one. Very, very cool. Very cool. Ank, genuine question for you all. Is it weird plastic to wear a kit of another club playing in the same league as the club you support? My gut says yes, and that's why I left my other Premier League kits at home. Don't mind wearing them in the US. As a general, I watch football signal, but I don't want to be wandering around Brighton in a Leeds shirt. It's a tough one, right? Because I think that some people would say vehemently you shouldn't have another shirt that other than your own team. However, there are some very, very cool football shirts, right? And ultimately, who cares? Like, ultimately, who cares? Yeah. Um, I personally wouldn't wear a Newcastle shirt. I will accept that there are some cool Newcastle shirts, particularly from the mid 90s. There are a couple of retro shirts from other teams. I'd be like, do you know what? Yeah, I could wear that. I don't own them specifically, but trying to think what other English teams have I got actually? That's a good question. I've got a couple of York City ones just because they were cheap. I don't think I have any other English teams actually. I mean, I got gifted a Newport County shirt, because of the stuff with Jameson. Yeah, I don't know. I watched the Canada game earlier. They spent half the time talking about the Scotland team. The BBC are obsessed with Scotland. Well, it's about time. Do you know what I mean? I've got Gerard 8 Liverpool. I've got loads. Yeah. I wear it to bed. That and my Mo Salah pajamas as well. I must admit the new Leeds away kit's pretty smart though. It broke up Olivier Giroud giving his expert opinion on Bosnian football. But Olivier Giroud, like, he's beautiful. He should just be allowed to just talk about anything. Yeah. You've got non-league local teams, Arsenal, England. I've got a Blythe Spartans one, haven't I? That's right, yeah. Southgate's done a book. Mm. Oh, Klug's out of contract at the end of the season. Oh dear. Oops. Great. Okay, fine. We'll have to go and do that another day then. I need to hate watch Dear England. What is that? I've seen bits of advertised. What is it? Biopic of Southgate's time as England manager. All right, okay, but done as what? So like with actors and stuff. So like obviously not a documentary then. It was a play at first, and to be fair, the format probably works better as a play. All right, okay, interesting. I'd seen bits of it pop up on social media, but I've never, you don't engage enough in it, and like to sort of like really understand what's happening. You sort of just let it bypass. There's lots of monologuing. Oh, we don't need monologuing, do we? So the casting is funny. What, and is it known people, like sort of like famous Timu version vibes? All right, okay, that answers my question then. So no, it's not full of famous people. Just what Hank said. Okay, okay, that's worrying then if that's the situation. Joseph Fiennes is an incredible actor, plays Southgate. His brother is famous. Is his brother Rafe Fiennes? Ralph Fiennes. Rafe Fiennes. Is that right? His brother is Voldemort. Voldemort Fiennes. Or Rafe Fiennes. All right, okay. Right. You might get angry at this point, and I haven't watched Harry Potter's. Right. Um. Yeah, it's not been on my list of things to see. Um, not for any sort of, like, oh my god, I'm so like la di da. It's more just about the fact that when the books came out, I think I was about 22, so didn't really get into it, and and also I don't think the kids are ready to read them yet. So I guess once the kids start reading it, I'll be aware of what's going on. Um, Mrs. J is into it. Mrs. J has watched and read the Potters, but for me, I'm not. I've not. It's not come across um my sort of my desk, I suppose. Really, Harry Potter's overrated anyway. I suspected that, to be honest. Llama, I think they've turned those Potter books films into books now. Hey, I mean, if I've not seen the film, I'm not going to read the book. Need to pick it up and do a review. Absolutely. I'm doing a vaguely where I was going to do a book while barely playing at Arsenal. What, for Zinchenko? I think we need to. I need to go back to the charity shops and get some more really bad footballers' autobiographies, I reckon. Oh, Gabby Large own goal. Potter's what happens when you mix Lord of the Rings and Narnia series together. It's not, though, is it? It's not. Gabby Large got sent off, come back to suspension, and scored an own goal. He has Lama, yeah, yeah. He's he's really proving his worth, isn't he? I think we might have to let him go People who don't have any nostalgic childhood attachment to Harry Potter are quite lucky and should not bother with the series. Oh, I mean, I've got penalty. I mean, childhood nostalgia, none of that. I've got none of that. I managed to suppress a lot of my childhood, so Tilsley! There we go. Lord of the Rings, one of the greatest series of books ever written. Potter doesn't come close. Yeah, I'd agree. And The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was class as well. But yeah, Lord of the Rings was mint. And I even read those as well at school. Proper read and everything. And then watched the films. So I've seen and read both of those. But the Potter ones, not so much. But as I said, eventually the kids will read them, and I'll be like, okay, cool, let's have a little look and see what's what. You know, Eldest Jameson's been reading the BFG recently, so I was all for that. I was like, oh, why would you cause defensive problems like that? Why? 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 Unbelievable. Why are you letting your kids read? Did you get them an Xbox? We've got them 2 Switches. You thought they'd have learned by now. Like C.S. Lewis's non-fiction more than Narnia. Quality of the vibes vary a lot from book to book. Darling's good though. I tried Potter about just noticing stuff lifted from other stories. A bit like Danny Shithole. Yeah, there's also an issue, isn't it, with Roald Dahl in it, where he does some bad things. So yeah, 10 points. I don't think we're getting the playoffs. I mean, Boston have climbed out of the relegation zone now. Oh, corner. Especially, I feel like a series of unfortunate events is the successor to Roald Dahl. I could see that. In Walker Smith, back post. J.K. Rowling's piece of shit as well. That is true. That is true. What's he been chalked off for? Well, there we go. That'll be it then. Yeah, 10 points behind Newport. Goal disallowed in the last minute. Everyone just shake your heads. Shake your heads. I don't understand how it's happened or why. 5 games to go. Another season it is. I know. Yeah, I just can feel the sadness building up. Here we go again. Twelfth again, as it should be. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like if we can get 12th, I'll be happy. This is the season where you should have been sacked, though. You've done incredibly well to keep Darlow up. Never mind push to the playoffs. Oh, exactly. That's the thing. I've got to remember that. And I did mention it before, so I do have to keep checking myself to be like, you know what? This is a season of transition. We shouldn't have even got to this point, as you say. Yeah. And as we say, even now, in the season preview, we're still expected to finish 21st. Yeah. So the fact that we are 10th is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Still with the best defense in the league. Fortunately, we are going to lose a lot of players in the summer, though, so yeah, we'll have to see what happens when we do our recruitment over the weekend, which, if we time it right, might be tomorrow. I suppose we don't have to finish the season tonight, do we? We could, if of course, if it rolls into tomorrow's stream, then that's not the end of the world, is it? We're going to need a bigger pad, aren't we? Just we've got a new set of youngsters. Indiana Thrush. We need to sign Indiana Thrush, surely. We should get a cream, yeah. Have you had your son yet on the intake? Yeah, we did. We had him before, and he's been released because he wasn't very good. 4 elite prospects. Right, let's see how good they are, shall we? Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, this is 4 elite prospects apparently. KD Smith apparently is going to be the main guy. Philip Sloan. Fucking hell, Philip Sloan can actually play in goal. Sloan Ranger. Yeah, do you know what? He's ready to go. George Robinson. Jaw dropping Robinson. Runs with the ball. Have we potentially looked out here? Has the game now finally decided to go, do you know what? Just give him something. Cade Smith apparently is low determination. I mean, he's not the worst left back in the team, is he? Andy Aitchison, 18 for flair. 5'4", long shots of 13, free kicks of 12, vision of 12. What the heck? Right. Okay. Far be it from me to be swayed by one or two attributes. I think we've actually got ourselves some players. Heading of 16, jumping of 5, acceleration of 5, pace of 6. I mean, Jesus. James End of Evans Finnegan. Again, acceleration of 4, pace of 4. Heading of 15, jumping of 12. Determination of 10, composure of 4. Another left back. Tyler Bevington. I feel like we've had a player called Tyler Bevington before. Right. I'm tempted to say that the elite level players that we've brought through are good enough to go straight into the team. So I'm actually tempted to just sign them now. This is the exact opposite of what we normally do, where we normally just send them straight back home and go, you know what? They just don't even turn the engine off. Just get them straight back in. Away you go. 16 for teamwork, determination, leadership, work rate. Peter Moore might be able to develop into something possibly. Tom Howarth. I mean, these are the players that we need to be getting in. Like, I mean, look at this. Mentals. I actually think we've now got a half decent future. Right, okay. Do you know what? I'm signing these kids up. And do you know what? Let's just play them for the end of the season. They can't do any worse than the players we've currently got. Simon over on YouTube. I left the game in December or January. It's better now. It's playable. What's your vote now? Oh God, look, honest, right? If you didn't play it before, then yeah, it's better now than it was. Like, if you've not picked the game up by now, then you've not picked the game up by now. Yeah. There's nothing I can say about it really. Nothing I can say now could change your mind. Yeah. Yeah, I mean they're not really 5-star potential players, are they? They're 5-star potential for us, which is like 1-star potential in the real world. Yeah, 5 star, improve your team as it stands. Yeah, no, agreed, agreed. Yeah. And it means that they're going to be better than what we've got. So that's what we want, right? Right, we're away. We're home to Eastleigh. Let's take Gabby Large out, shall we? It's all about growing the club repertory and attract those better players. Yeah, oh, exactly, yeah. And look, to be honest, this is the best youth intake we've had, where we've actually got players who are going to come in and play. You know, we want to be able to get players in on loan and try and raise the quality levels, but we'll have to see what's what, won't we? Simone says, I played FM23 and FM24, bought 26. Thought it was awful, played it a few times during the month. Something was wrong, lots of things were incomplete. Didn't know if it was worth coming back to. Regards from Italy. Well, do you know what? Massive regards from Italy. I appreciate that, Simone. And yes, look, honestly, 26 is better than it was when it was launched. I mean, if you've not played that many versions of FM, I don't really know. It feels different. It plays differently. Hopefully, FM27 will be more your thing. Yeah, that's what I got to say. Even Dan, how are you, buddy? I would agree as well, Ruja, by the way, with your comments regarding David Hockney. Very talented artist. Newport are still 10 points clear. 0-0 with Southend. Southend are there, so if we can go, we're slipping to 11th. 12th is on, everyone. 12th is on. If we really believe, I mean, look, Eastleigh are battering us. Where are they in the league? 17th. Speaking of Chapo knows an art buyer, and he's described him as England's Picasso, which I thought was very cool. That is pretty cool, actually. Wasn't the Score of the Month song? It was, Paul. It was indeed. So hopefully it can inspire us to score a goal. I mean, I don't know whether it will or not, but nearly them scoring a goal. 30-yard volley incoming, yeah, but for who, Jeff? Briscoe out to Cragen. In for Tilsley. Flag's gone up. Oh. Flags up. Newport are winning. FM is cruel, isn't it? Isn't it? Just wait till it gets more cruel with this movement, with this move here. This highlight's going to be very cruel. Oh. Stokes at the top. Stead's through. What on earth are we supposed to do at this point? Oh, come on. Yeah, just get him sent off. Why not? Yeah. Mrs. Jane on the 48. Let's get you a pack of stickers, love, shall we? Let's see. We've already pulled Mbappe tonight, so let's see if we can get something else big, shall we? See if we can actually get some. Well, we just had another red card, so. And then we'll open the packs. Oh. Oh, their goal counts. Their goal counts. Brilliant. I mean, it is a good goal. It's a very good goal, but it's the last kick of the game. There is next season. It shouldn't have even been this season. We shouldn't be anywhere near this season. So let's just, let's accept what we've done, right? What we've done has been fine. Ivan Sunjic of Bosnia and Herzegovina. We've got Junior Alonso from Paraguay. Shiny or bust, says Alice. The Uzbekistan shiny. There we go. Mrs. J gets a shiny. It's a swap, but Mrs. J also gets the greatest human being, Jackson Irvin. It's a great swap. It's a great swap. Ruben Vargas of Switzerland. Also, Alvarez Yahan Bash. I mean, that's as close as I'm getting to that one, I'm afraid. And Mohamed Amoura of Algeria. I thought I nailed that as well, Z. That's what his mates call him. So yeah, I pretty much spot on with that. Yeah, I don't think that's caused any offense to anybody at all. So yeah, 10 men, Darlington, slip back down to 12th. Everyone's happy. Right, we're back to 12th. So what could possibly be be worse than that, of course. Another red card. It's yeah. And the minute he's only suspended for one match, but we all know what's going to happen. He's going to get another 3-match ban. And he's never going to play for us again. Middle of the table. I mean, look, we'd take it. We were expected to be, as has been pointed out before, we were expected to be both sacked and bottom of the table. We've got a budget that is the size of, that is the third lowest in the league. Our wage budget is criminally small. So like being able to do anything in this league is going to be impressive on its own. In fact, where's the stats? Stats. We've got teams and finances. Salary. Oh no. Well, we've gone up. Our wages are now 17th, and we're currently in 12th. So fine, we're there or thereabouts. But just over £500,000. You know, Southend 1.8 million, Morecambe 1.7 million. Morecambe, Southend, like, yeah. But we've got some youngsters that have come through, so let's see what they can do. Bring them in. Still semi-pro. We are indeed still semi-pro. But I don't even. I think we're semi footballers. We're not even anything. Semi's probably a bit over the top, I reckon. We're very much amateur. Max Voltman's given a free transfer. He's on our shortlist. Right, Philip Sloan's got himself a contract. So do you know what? Let's just try and play the kids, shall we? Can we play 16-year-olds on youth contracts? Don't know if we can or not, but might have to try. Part-time training schedules always lead to exhaustion. Potentially. I mean, I think we were done in before April, but I just think it's just a lack of squad depth, a lack of flexibility on my behalf in terms of tactics. In the fact that I've not gone back and changed the tactic, I've just sort of went, that's how we're playing. Let's get through the season, and not really changed it. Recruitment's not been brilliant. I've maybe brought some players in who haven't been good enough. A couple of square pegs and round holes. Great. We've got a goalkeeper now who's out for the rest of the season, probably. Striker out. Great. The kids are going to have to play. 4 games to go. We've got to now hope that our 16-year-old goalkeeper can make his debut. Right, where is Sloan? Can he step up into the first team fray? Is he allowed to play? Unavailable. great. Um, I mean, this is going to be a problem now, isn't it? If nothing else, you start improving the youngsters. Yeah. I mean, this is great. We have to play the last few games now with a grayed out goalkeeper. Superb. Oh, actually, we can. We might be able to do this. Right. Here we go. This is going to be. The new kids are coming in. Thank you. Are we going to hope that Gabby Large can play? Let's just see if he can actually do something. Where's our Katie Smith? Right. Right, we have a new left back. That's fine. Aitchison, stick him in place of Stead, I suppose, really. Yeah, should we just do that? Just put the new young kids in and go for it. I mean, I guess they can't do any worse, can they? Really? Right, let's do this then, shall we? Let's see where we go. Sink or swim. Yeah. Let's see. It could be the making of them all, right? And it could be the massive kick up the backside that all of the other players need. So come on then, debutantes, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds. If you're good enough, you're old enough, right? Or what I should say is, if you're available, you're playing. So we're looking out for the middle of the park, Aitchison. We're looking out for Robinson playing up top on his own. Sloan in goal. Ablett. Bonds missed it. Oh, what a save. What a save that is. Sloan turning into prime Buffon there. When I've just jinxed it, that now the next time it's shot at him, he's going to get out of the way. He's got it. He's got it. Launches it. Robinson doesn't get there. Oh well. I mean, it was fine while it lasted, wasn't it? It has been a steady slide away from the playoffs. Just doing a very quick little check on how far from relegation are we at this point? 14 points away. We should be all right. Oh, Robinson on his own up top's not really working, is it? Oh well. It's not really working, is it? I'm not entirely sure that Robinson's touched the ball yet. Great, now we're going to tackle the ball into their path to make it 3. I think it's a tactical overhaul in the summer, isn't it? Let's take Bland off. Let's put Smith on, then let's make him go out there. Something's got to change. Yeah. I mean, as I said though, this season was just get through this season, wasn't it? Stay in a job. Maybe 4-3-3 isn't the way to go. Maybe we do something a bit more different. Do we go 4-4-2 again? Because central midfield, we're not looking particularly good. So do we go 4-4-2? Do we go 3-5-2? I mean, fullbacks aren't great. I guess we'll have to wait and see what we've got next season. We could technically move Walker, Smith, and Henderson and Ablett as the centre backs, and then allow us to go try and find something in front of it. 3-5-2. It's finding a good left back's been quite tricky. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. Maybe we'll set up 2 defensively. I don't know. Yeah, just ran out of steam towards the end. Nick the Crawley formation is doing well for them. Oh, go on, Robinson. Oh, I mean, it's easy to say someone's doing well against us, though, isn't it? That's the thing. Yeah, I think we just need to have a proper sit down, look at what we've got, and try and work out, right, how do we want to play next year? Because I think the plan of like staying compact and not not getting beat, obviously towards the back end of the season, hasn't been there. It's been an overperformance and a half. How do we then build on that for next season? Yeah. 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 They're not arts. They're done. The players are on holiday. Which is fine. Which is absolutely fine. And I think it's probably safe to say they've been on the beach for a while. And we've got Morecambe, Southend, and Fylde as our last 3 games. So Morecambe, Southend, Fylde, great. Just matches where we're going to get absolutely pummeled. Nice to see that we've got the youngest ever player in the National League, though. That's pretty good. Don't know what that really means, though, in the grand scheme of stuff. The board are delighted with what we're doing. So, in that sense, it's working, right? Briscoe's been given another 2-match ban, because of course he has. Yeah. Right. What I think we'll do then is, because we've got 3 games left for the season, and they're all going to be batterings. Let's try and do that. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll try a new tactic tomorrow. We'll give it a bit of a fresh set of eyes. Lama, I've just gone 22 games without a win. Jeez, that is brutal. I remember we did that with Sunderland. That was harsh. Yeah, look, I mean, let's try and come up with a plan tomorrow. Yeah, 3 matches just to see out the season, and then we'll fully recruit and go for something different tomorrow night. So let's do that. I think that seems a reasonable idea, doesn't it? Yeah, that could be good fun. So if you've got the save file, if you're a sub, then you can obviously jump in and I don't know, maybe look at showing some ideas, or do some scouting or whatever, and see what's what, and yeah, come up with some ideas tomorrow. Have a think. What do you reckon? How should we play? Have a think for it. Have a think of it. We'll do it tomorrow. Let's go see Mr. Maggio. Appreciate you all, by the way. It's been class having you in tonight. Thank you so much, as always. We will see you tomorrow evening. All right. All the best, everybody. Take it easy. Go and give Si some love. Speak to you soon. Bye, everyone.